Do you feel like your teen is using the phone way too much, and particularly social media, and it might be having a negative effect on your teen's mental health? There are some things you can do right here and right now at home to help your teen curb their social media and phone usage. The first thing you want to do is set some rules and limits. The U.S. Surgeon General put out an advisory that more than 3 hours of social media for teens between 13 and 17 can have a negative effect on their mental health, particularly causing anxiety and depression symptoms. They can even cause some ADHD symptoms in kids who don't even have ADHD. So the first thing you want to do is set some rules and boundaries around social media. I recommend 3 hours or less a day. It's also important that they do their other activities first, particularly any schoolwork or homework that they have, any chores around the house, and any social engagements. All should come before phone usage. You want to make sure that you've turned on all the privacy settings for your child's phone and each app that they're using. You want to make sure your teen knows not to share private information, passwords, their address, their other contact information, their phone number, particularly to strangers. There are apps and other ways to monitor your teen's usage. There are apps that will show how many hours they're spending on their phone each day and which apps that they're using, so that you can determine whether they're using it for productive schoolwork or if they're just really just browsing some of the most popular social media apps. Teens today communicate through some of these social media apps, so you want to make sure that texting is also available so that they don't have to go through the social media outlets in order to contact their friends. Interestingly, you can also monitor how many times your child picks up their phone, which is very interesting. So you see every time they're picking up and looking at a notification. Notifications tend to be one of the biggest deterrents to getting your schoolwork done and interrupting their focus and their study. You want to make sure you have regular talks with your teens about social media and the hazards that come with it. And you want to make sure you're setting a good example for yourself and that what they see you doing is really what you want them to do as well. It's also important to make sure they know what's not okay. Saying hurtful things, gossiping, spreading rumors, bullying, harming people's reputation, all of those things contribute to the mental health crisis we're having today. And then if those things are happening to them, you can help encourage them. And sometimes it's important to reach out and look for professional help. Lastly, you want to encourage face-to-face contact with their friends, social gatherings, sleepovers, hanging out, those types of things that have been going on with kids for eons and predate social media dramatically. So those we know work really well. You also want to encourage face-to-face contact and social gatherings for your teens and make sure they're not doing all their communication through media devices. If you feel like you need help and support with these, reach out to us at Healthy Endeavors.